Reverend Raff and Beer Buddy, rocking round the world. What's going on, everybody? I am the Reverend Raff, adjusting myself in my seat, joined by my good friend Kyle, aka the Beer Buddy.
What's going on, everybody?
We are the Two Dudes Who Talk Music, and we are back today for another episode of Rockin' Round the World. Love that little fucking jingle.
Yeah, I say so
Love
good, man. It's so
it's
good.
Funny, like, if we're gonna steal from the best, right?
And to be
Thank
fair,
you,
if
Matt
you
and
know,
Trey.
you know. Yeah, if you know, you know.
Hey, we are the Two Dudes Who Talk Music here for another episode of Rockin' Round the World. But before we dive into that, look, we drop about 6 videos every week, most weeks, sometimes even 7. So, look, we'd appreciate if you enjoy our content, if you could sling us a like and subscribe, and it really helps out. Hit that little notification bell. That's all the buttons that makes YouTube happy. Tells YouTube that you like our content, and then maybe you'll share it to more people. So that'd be very much appreciated. We do also have a Patreon, just a couple of bucks a month. You get everything early and ad-free. No biggie. We appreciate there's a lot of pressure on, and that things are very expensive these days. So no harm if you can't do it. Just putting it out there as an option for consideration. But we're going to dive back in to another episode of Rockin' Round the World, where we take this beautiful map right here. We hit the randomizer, try and find a band from a country somewhere in the world that we haven't reacted to before, somewhere new. The idea being we want to find new, amazing, incredible, unique, interesting bands from all over this beautiful world of ours. Because heavy metal is not just a Western thing; it is an all over the world thing, as you can see here by this map.
Out.
And we want to explore that. So we're going to hit the random button, see what we get. If we don't get anything after a few tries, we'll just pick something. We'll just pick a country and find a band from there. So let's go see what the randomizer's got for us today, shall we?
Let's roll that dice.
Let's go through the square window.
Yeah.
Come on. Germany. More Germany. Sorry, guys. We love you.
Non-Western countries. Non-Western countries.
We've already done Germany. Where are we? Russia? And we haven't.
I don't think we haven't done Russia.
We haven't done Russia yet.
And it's not Slaughter to Prevail. So
it's not Slaughter to Prevail. Okay.
No offense to Slaughter to Prevail. We love Slaughter to Prevail.
All right. We are going to pause for a second while we try and find something from these guys. If we can't find something from AMEKS, we will look for another band from Russia and try and find something from these guys.
Yeah.
But that's what we're going to do. Let's go and check it out, and we'll be right back with you guys in just a moment. All right, we found them. We're going to check this out. This is AMEKS from Russia with the song No Darkness There. I am curious to see how this plays out.
I'm very curious.
Very curious. Let's check them out together, shall we?
You know when you're sitting in the cinemas and it gives you that 5.1?
Okay.
How many views?
This is, I mean, look,
that sounded like it cost a lot of money.
Not enough views.
Let me tell you that. Money, bro.
These guys are not getting enough listens. Like, for that quality stuff, these guys deserve way more listens than that.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck yeah. Okay, I'm digging it.
Yeah, that's a massive sound. That's big.
That's pretty big sound.
As my normal complaint, just probably thicken out them kicks and the snare a little bit, just so I can just feel it rattle a bit more. But that's probably my deaf ass standard. That's my deaf standard complaint.
All right. Let's keep going. I'm curious to see what the vocals are going to be like.
Yeah, if any.
There is vocalist, so there is a vocalist. Cool. So I'm curious to see what that's going to sound like. Yeah, let's keep going. That ain't English, my dude. somebody get these guys to Dave Balfour.
Yeah, they're a little bit awesome.
Dave Balfour needs to know about this fucking band, let me tell you. So, okay, that's a bit of a niche reference. I apologize
It
to
is.
everyone
If
who's
you
a bit of
know,
an
once again,
international
if you know, if you're from Australia, you know.
If you're
If
from
you know,
Australia,
you
and
know.
especially Sydney, if you're from
Yeah.
Sydney, you know Dave.
Yeah, you do.
Amazing dude. Awesome dude. Loves heavy metal, especially this type of heavy metal.
Yeah, yeah. Man,
Might just chuck
this
him a cheeky
production
inbox
value-
with a link and be like, here you go, brother.
these production values through the roof on this, like through the roof. Oh, one thing I got to say, I love how the guitars following the vocal line on its own. I like those little bits and pieces like that. It's not much, but yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's
it's nice.
No, it's look, it's something that in a lot of, Black Sabbath stuff, if Ozzy wasn't sure what to do with the melody, he would just follow the guitar riff.
Yeah,
And that's like a quote. Yeah. That's a quote from them.
Yeah.
That's how Ozzy would Ozzy was great with melodies, less so with lyrics. Geezer wrote a lot of the early lyrics, but Ozzy was great with melodies. And if he couldn't come up with a melody, he'd follow the guitar riff, and it usually worked. So, yeah, man, this is good. This is good.
I'm a bit blown away. Like I'm a bit like we've had some. It's been very up and down.
Look, it's this series we get what we get, right? Like the goal isn't to find the most spectacular stuff. It's to find whatever bands we come across from these countries. So like that's the intent.
Nice when we get a really good production though.
It is nice. It is nice when we get something that's really crisp on the production front.
Темноты, отныне твой путь проложен. Он освобожден от людской суеты. Дойти до конца ты должен. Мысли свои ты приступил неумолимо. Жизнь сокращая, кем дорожил, кого любил. На страшные муки обрекая. Там, где нет темноты. Там, где нет темноты. Там, где нет темноты. Темноты, там, где нет темноты, там, где нет темноты, там, где нет темноты,
This is God. It's just good. It's just fucking good.
There's nothing there.
Like this has got everything it needs to have. And look, for context, I think this was originally maybe released in 2013, but it appears to only have been uploaded online in 2020. That's my best guess from what I can find. But like, yeah, like this is just, it's great. This like,
to be fair, to actually say that this is a recording from fucking what 12 years ago. It's a bit like it's a very good fucking recording.
It is. This is great. Like they've done a great job with this. And it's just one of those things, right? Where sometimes
it sounds big.
Yeah, it sounds big. It sounds really, really nicely done. The guitar tone's really nice. Could use a little bit more of the bass cut, like a little bit more cut through on the bass, just a tiny, tiny bit.
Yeah.
But much like the one we had last week, like the guitar works really, really tight on this. This is good. I'm digging what they're doing here. There's definitely a very much a purposefulness behind what they're doing with the guitar and the decisions they're making and how they're crafting that. Yeah. It's good, solid stuff. Like it's one of those things where like they've nailed all of the basics. They've not really done anything that I can criticize about it. I guess the only thing I could say, and maybe I'll save that to the end just in case. We'll see where it goes.
Okay.
Sorry, I am trying to get better with that, guys.
I know what you're thinking, and I'm thinking the exact. I think I have a feeling. Yeah.
Let's take it through. Let's keep going. So I feel like we're getting a bit of a guitar solo here, so I'll go back a little bit and we'll come back into that. Yes, that was very good.
They heard you just then.
They heard my thoughts, and then they did.
And they turned the bass EQ up for you because it thickened down right after that solo.
Man, like that was such a cool solo.
See when it stopped, and it just left it, and it came back in. It just gave it that room to breathe, and you thought, "Oh, that was it." And it went,
okay. No, we're coming back around. Guitar solo to Electric Boogaloo. That was cool though. I dig that, and that kind of actually addressed the thing I was sort of a bit concerned about. That addressed some of the things I was a little bit concerned about there.
Was it that it was getting a little bit repetitive?
You did feel like maybe it was getting a touch repetitive, and it was like, while it was good and solid, it wasn't doing anything drastically like super interesting maybe. But I really like what they did with that guitar solo there, and the way. This is why I'm trying to get better at holding some of these criticisms, guys. I do apologize. Sometimes I know I jumped the gun with it, but yeah, like that was really such a good job with that guitar solo there. And again, like that just really nailed on for me the proficiency of whoever's played guitar here, because they have their shit tight. They really, really do. All right.
Yeah.
Let's
bring it home.
Let's bring it home.
Пропадая, не желая смерти, боль своей судьбе, ожидая, различаешь кровавый пелене. На исходе твои силы, Богом быть не по зубам. Выбор сделан, ты не с нами, с тобой мы встретимся. Там, где нет темноты, там, где нет темноты.
That,
you know, it was funny a couple of weeks ago we were talking about how it's like it's okay to repeat stuff as long as you're pulling in, taking away, and you're making variation.
Yeah,
that was
little tweaks, little variations there.
That was a perfect example of that last part there, where they just kept on. It was the same part, but they added parts in. They took stuff away. One guitar came in. The drums done something different. The bass done something different. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. That was really cool. That was really, really cool. I'm into that. I want to listen to the rest of this EP as well, so I'm probably going to do that right now. But look, that was No Darkness There by AMEKS from Russia, AMEKS.
Not like your credit card.
No, not like your credit card. Not like your credit card. But look, let us know what you guys thought about that one. I'm always like, I really want to hear more from you guys on these Rockin' Round the World videos. I feel like you know, they don't get as many comments as our normal reactions, and maybe that's because they're not as well-known bands in this series. You know, people think whatever, but I genuinely would love to hear more from you guys in the comments on these, because like I am finding it so fascinating to dive into a lot of these bands from all around the world and be like, okay, well, like certain genres are more popular in certain regions. Some genres seem to permeate all over the world, regardless of you know, the cultural backgrounds being so different. And
I'm very surprised about what's got the furthest reach into what I thought would have.
Yeah, it's just really, really unique, and we're loving this journey and finding all of these really cool bands from all over the place. So thank you very, very much. I have been the Reverend Rav. He has been the beer buddy Kyle. That, as I said, that was AMEKS, AMEKS, with No Darkness There. If you've watched this far into the video, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much. You can be a Two Dudes Gold member. There you go. If you watch all the way to the end of the videos, if this video especially,
honorary,
you are a Two Dudes Talk Music Gold member. It doesn't get you anything other than bragging rights, I guess. But hey, thank you very, very much. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you didn't, downvote the shit out of it. We will have, look, if we can find any other links for these guys, they will be in the description. They will be in the description. Whatever we can find for them, we will put in the description so you can go and check out more, because I think you should. I think you should absolutely go and check out more from these guys. But anyway, That's all from us today. Thank you so much for watching. You're absolutely amazing. Take care of yourselves and each other. Catch you guys next time. Peace out.
Peace.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We really hope you had a good time. If you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell down there. It helps the channel grow. We are still a fairly young channel and we like to try and grow our audience all over the world. We do also, for those of you who are interested, have a Patreon. It's just a couple of bucks a month. At the moment, you get all the videos early and ad-free, but we are working on ways to increase the value of that and make it a bit more enticing. So don't forget to keep an eye out and check back on what's going on over there. Other than that, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.